Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is still Good Morning Abuja on NT Channel 5 Community Station. Right now, we want to talk about menstrual health. And we have world's first menstrual therapist in the house. Wow, we are excited to have him. He is Dr. Clinton Itotoh. He's a medical doctor. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Wow, it's good to know that you are the world's
First, like,
menstrual
and he's so young.
therapist.
On a very good day, you would have assumed this one prof with
Prof.
white beard and.
And you know, I'm wondering why did you decide? Why did you choose menstrual?
Okay.
Oh, like
No, she
health.
even tell us, yeah, what you did
What is
about
all
because
about?
somebody like
Yeah.
just listening to Tinta will like
What
menstrual health.
menstrual health.
What's that? So please,
And then you tell us why you decided to go
and how you got
how
the
you got yourself into.
Okay. Let me start with how, why, then before the whole menstrual. Now, for over the years, I saw that many ladies were suffering menstrual conditions, and most times the seemingly solution to it is just medications or surgery. So I had to now start researching ways on how the female body works aside just textbook knowledge and natural remedies to these things. That's how I came into the space of menstrual health fully. All right. So how I became world's first menstrual therapist is over the years I discovered that the female body can actually adapt to change if you give it what it naturally needs. So you can go through your menstrual cycle without medications and without cramps and without a lot of other things. Before you know, somebody's having fibroids, somebody's having endometriosis and others. So these things can be solved naturally. So over time, I became an authority in that field.
So what does it mean?
What menstrual health? Okay, let me break it down so everybody would understand. Now, ordinarily, it's your monthly cycle. It's how your body builds up recognition for pregnancy. If it doesn't happen, then you'll experience flow. But in simple term, this is how I would explain. Let's say this is the uterus. All right, inside the uterus, there's a lining called endometrial tissue, just like the palm of your hands. If you fold your hands for the next 1 hour, it will start sweating, right? With same thing with the uterus. If it stays for some time, a particular cycle, it will start building up endometrium, which is that tissue start building up blood-like lining. So that lining, the same way when you fold your hands for 1 hour, 2 hours, start dropping water, sweat. Same thing with the uterus. When it stays for quite some time and pregnancy doesn't happen, it starts shredding off that blood-like clothing in form of blood droplets. That's what you see as your period. All right. So when you say menstrual health, when you say menstruation, basically that's what menstruation is: the shredding of the uterine lining, which is the endometrium itself.
but do you know that there are people that have never experienced menstrual pain,
Yes.
and there are some that just so severe.
Yes.
Why?
Okay. Number one, it depends on your body. All right. And two, your lifestyle. Now, when I say your body, some people have high levels of something called prostaglandins. All right. And sometimes your lifestyle would affect your levels of prostaglandins. Prostaglandins is not bad. It's what helps you know pain. If you don't have anyone in your body, you might be burning and you will not know.
Wow.
Yes. So it's good you have prostaglandins in your body, but when it's high, what happens is this. Every cycle, when your uterus wants to shred that endometrium, it needs some level of some signals to be able to do that. So that shredding should just be normal shredding. When you have high levels of prostaglandins, it starts, yes, contracting and squeezing itself. Yes. So that is why most ladies would experience cramps. And aside that, there are other underlying uterine issues that can cause such level of pain, from fibroids to endometriosis. Remember the endometrium I mentioned earlier? When it starts forming outside the uterus, instead of just inside the uterus, it's called endometriosis. So some ladies, when they have endometriosis, they will definitely experience such pains, lots of bleeding. Then sometimes it happens within the uterine walls, not inside the uterus. That one is not called adenomyosis. So it's either you have fibroids, endometriosis, adenomyosis, and some other uterine issues. These definitely will cause cramps.
Adenomyosis is not the one that makes one overbleed.
Endometriosis, adenomyosis will make you overbleed, even down to fibroids.
Okay, so for those who experience such pain, what's the solution?
Remember I said number one, your body, number two, your lifestyle. Then I used to teach my students. I have about 20,000 students worldwide, female students.
Online.
Yes. So I tell them your body is the gun, your lifestyle is the trigger. Right? That quote is not initially mine, but I heard it from somewhere many years ago. Your body is the gun, your lifestyle is the trigger. So if you have a body that is definitely that you have high levels of different hormones rushing at the same time, you may experience cramps. If you don't know that, okay, fine, your lifestyle can actually affect the kind of body you have. So if you are ingesting a lot of, number one, sugary substances, processed foods, and others, you would increase your level of prostaglandins. One, two, you would increase your potency of experiencing underlying uterine issues like fibroids and others like mentioned. That's why you see some ladies, some have very good body, and whatever they eat digests very fast, and their body does not bring such things. You can see a lady drinking soda and a lot of things, and she still wants to experience anything. That's why I say your body, and then some people your lifestyle. But basically, if you reduce fat, because I teach my students something called 3Ps: fat, processed, preserved, sugar. So if whatever you're ingesting is fat, processed, preserved, and has sugar, then you should avoid it. For myself, even as
Fat,
it's
processed,
preserved,
and it
has
has
sugar, yes.
Oh,
Then even for
that's
myself,
okay.
that's S,
Okay.
3Ps, then the
Three
S,
Ps.
yes.
Okay.
So, for myself as a guy, for the last 13 years, I have not drank soda, sugary substances, and others. So it has made me, that's why you said I am young.
Yours is just 13 years.
Yeah.
Mine is over 20 something years. I'm not taking, I don't want to call the brand of,
Yes, I understand.
but I don't, I mean,
Yes.
I
Even
can
my mom
manage
too.
a little, but over 25.
Yes, even my mom too. If you check her blood pressure, everything is very okay.
Can you share? I'm not talking about medication now. Let's talk about natural foods
Okay.
or fruits that we can eat
That can help.
that can help to stop this,
Or to stop the pain.
to either reduce or stop the pain.
Okay, you want me to be spilling secrets, but then.
Oh, okay.
Okay, don't worry.
Okay, out of 10, out of your 10 secrets, tell us 5.
Okay, let
There's love in share after all.
let me start from the medication part. Now,
They don't mention the medication.
no problems. Let me start from the medication part. Now, some ladies are used to a particular kind of medication that is read. So every month they tell you they know, don't worry. You don't have to think.
I'm trying to
They know. So they take it almost every month. Whenever you're in pain, so you tell you go and take this and then you take it. And for some ladies, it shortens their period. So if you're repeating the same sequence over time for the next 5, 10 years, you're definitely bound to have issues, right? Before you know, you're growing ovarian cysts. Even I have a student that was on antibiotics for a very long time, and then she had uterine atrophy, which is the uterus becoming small, and so she can't conceive, and then she experienced PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And currently in the world, there's no medical cure in quotes. Those are some doctors who give you a pill that has 28 pill inside and everything, so they know people that have PCOS, and it actually doesn't work. It only gives you it only makes you see your period for some time, and then when you stop, you go back to the same issue again. Then the next thing, somebody's telling you to do IVF. So it's a lot. Then what you now do to even avoid all these things, aside staying away from sugary substances, is this. When you stop poison, it doesn't make your body dilute the poison. Now you have to take the remedy for the poison. All right. So one of the antidotes is eating lots of fruits and vegetables. All right. Once you ingest a lot of fruits and vegetables to help your body balance itself over time, then another one is ginger. All right. Now, as a lady, you should at least be ingesting ginger, even if it's once or twice a week. I tell my students, take half of your thumb size. All right, half of your thumb size of ginger. Fresh one is okay. You grate it.
Okay.
Yes, you grate it, put it in the cup. Use a big stainless or ceramic cup. Rubber or plastic cup is not too good for something hot. You can use that and then add it. Allow it for like 5, 10 minutes, then you can drink it. You want to do that?
Just ginger.
Yes, ginger. That's one.
That's enough people.
Good thing sometimes I don't see. Yes, so ginger is good. Then you have turmeric also is good. So these ones are actually good.
Turmeric to you melt them.
Yes, you grate it. Yes.
Okay, either the powder
The
or
powder, yes. The powder you can take 1/3 of a tablespoon. All right. Then for the this you take that's one half of your thumb size worth of it. It's okay. Then there are other things too you can take. I can't mention everything.
It's okay, yeah, Dr. Clinton, thank you.
We need to do a part 2 of this.
I am always
Till part 10.
I'm
Because I know if this program were to be a call-in session,
A lot of people.
trust me, you will not live here today.
Ladies would have been calling.
Even men that want to help their wives and maybe help their daughters. Because sometimes you see even men, pain. I know
They
of
go
a
through the
father.
same pain.
Yes.
I know, right? I personally know of a father who whenever his daughter is on, you see it on him.
Yes.
Like he feels her pain.
Yeah.
She's not the only child, but this particular daughter feels the pain so much. I don't know, of course.
Same way I
That's
feel
to
for
do
my
with the.
daughter. It's as if I should take the pain off her.
Aww.
Because I never experienced it. So I feel like at times I'll say, I wish I can just take this pain off you.
Well, he has told, Dr. Clinton has told you.
Honestly, I'll pass the
what-
message.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Clinton. Thank you so much. Wow, did you just join the program? Honestly, you have missed a lot. Just come and meet us so that we can replay this particular segment or even the whole program for you. Yes, I've been speaking with Dr. Clinton Itotoh. He is a medical doctor. And guess what? He's also world's first menstrual therapist. And most importantly, he is proudly Nigerian. And another thing again, he's so young physically and young at heart. Can you beat that? I know you cannot. Well, let's take a short break on the program this morning. We will continue shortly.
Good evening. Glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
We celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
Jama'a barkanmu da wannan
The station NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.